Talk about, I guess, the difference coming out here and just kind of the energy that you saw from the offense.
Yeah, full pass, first day of full pass is always great. Be able to see some intensity. Guys are fired up, juiced up, ready to go at it. But the biggest thing that I was most proud of, we took care of each other. It's a big thing that coach has been preaching, being able to go hard while also taking care of each other. That's kind of the focus being this camp. We want to come out healthy. I think we did a good job doing that today.
And how does this year feel different? You're a veteran in the program now. How does this fall camp feel different than years past?
Just having a full year of experience now, been in the system for 3.5 years, 4 years now. I feel like I got a good grasp. Communication between coaches and players is going well. I'm excited. I know what this team is capable of. We have talent. I'm excited to see where this year can go.
It's big shoes to fill at the wide receiver position with DS group in the NFL now. What have you seen from that group? How they've stepped up to fill his shoes?
The biggest thing that I've seen is the guys working together. I think that's big. Veteran guys are helping the young guys. The young guys are willing to learn. And I think that's big. Guys are just playing to the best of their abilities, doing what they're asked to do, giving 110%. That's all you can ask for. I'm proud of those guys stepping up. They're getting better, getting smarter, and they're making plays.
One guy who's has been used to making plays in the past for you, DaShon Bussell, is now trying to stop you in practice.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him at cornerback?
Man, that's been pretty great. Man. Having him at receiver and now having him at DB, it definitely provides a challenge to the guys. He's a little bit smarter. He knows exactly what's going on. He's fast. He's physical. I'm excited to have him over there. I think he's going to be a great fit, and I'm excited to see him ball this season.
You look at just the stats you put up, third in the nation in passing efficiency. Have you thought about the type of numbers that you're trying to put up in a full season of action?
Only numbers I'm concerned about really is W's. To be honest with you, we win, we take care of each other. That's all that matters.
Awesome.
Cool.
I've seen, a couple times you get chances to talk to other players on the sideline. Is that leadership just from you? Is that something the coaches want you working on?
No. I think that's something as the quarterback position. I think that's necessary. Communication is key. Make sure that the receivers, the backs, the offensive line, all 11 guys are on the same page is what's important.
And sort of like Pat asked, having last year under your belt as a starter, came into camp and it seemed like there was less pretense of a battle for that quarterback job. What has that meant to you to go out there with the first unit all the time and just really focus on that?
Well, most importantly, it's always a battle. You compete with yourself every day. You're competing with the guy who you were yesterday. And, the biggest thing is improving one day at a time. That's been the focus. That's always been the focus. And, if we keep the main thing, the rest will take care of itself.
Another thing that's switched up quite a bit this year is the offensive line. Only one really new face, but some guys in different spots.
Absolutely.
How have you liked how that unit's coming along?
But the offensive line is coming along great. Obviously losing Jalen Moore to the draft was pretty good for him and things like that. But I'm pretty proud of the way the guys have stepped up, embraced their new roles. Communication is great. Coach Kenny is doing a great job with the offensive line. I'm excited to see how to watch this group grow and where we can end up by the end of the season.
You mentioned that MAC Media Day, talking about focusing on the season and worrying about sort of name, image, likeness deals later. But has there been any talk, from the coaching staff and the athletic program in general to try to help prepare you guys for setting up those deals?
A little bit. It's been mentioned, but like I say, keeping the main thing is what's important. We get W's on Saturday and during the week, everything will fall into place.
Thank you. Hey, Kaleb, one follow-up question for you. Has there been a huge difference, with Coach Moreland leaving? What are some differences, some changes with him, in the NFL now?
Well, every year is different. The team we were last year has no overbearing on the team we're going to be this year. I'm excited for him. I'm glad that he's, living out, doing the things that he's doing. But honestly, there's really no, it is what it is kind of thing. We're moving forward. We're trying to focus on winning a championship this year. We're not the same team as we were last year, and changes and adjustments have been made and are being made. So I'm pretty excited for that.
So you're working with a lot of different offensive groups and on special teams doing some return work. What's that been like to come in and immediately be working with so many different players on this team?
Yeah. It's been awesome. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Very fortunate that Coach Lester, Coach Harbaugh, the whole coaching staff gave me this opportunity. So it's been great to kind of get in on special teams, get some work in on offense. kickoff return, whatever the case may be. I feel blessed to be in the position that I am, and just to get to come out here and work every day.
And what's what's one or two of your main focuses here the rest of camp to sort of get you ready for the season?
Yeah, one of the biggest things I think would be just taking care of my body. This is going into my fifth fall camp. I'm getting a little older. I can tell I'm getting more tired quicker. So that'd probably be the biggest focus. Just focus on my body, focus on the recovery aspect of it, to help me come out here and compete the best that I can at practice every day.
Talk about what put Western Michigan on your radar and what ultimately made this team the right fit for you.
Yeah, so I would say one of the biggest things. Well, there was a few good things, but one, the offense was really good. They averaged, I don't know exactly how many. It was close to 40, if not more than 40 points last year. RPO heavy offense. The receivers are heavily involved, and also Coach Harbaugh, I had a previous relationship with him at Chattanooga. I knew he was here, and that was a big reason why I decided to come here.
And you mentioned about the difference in level of play here versus Chattanooga. What have you thought of the quarterback play, especially Kaleb Eleby?
Yeah, no, Caleb's great. He's one of the going back to that leadership thing I was talking about. He's one of the biggest leaders we have on the team, and just to see him come out here every day and in the summer and demand consistency from the offense, from the defense, everybody, it's been great. He's a great leader, even better quarterback too. So it's been fun playing with him, and getting to learn from him, getting to see his side of things, and it's overall been great.
And you mentioned how much the receivers are involved. What's that been like working with guys like Sky Moore, Jalen Hall, who were all conference last year?
Yeah. I mean, Sky and Jalen are both exceptional receivers. Corey Crooms is up there as well. He's really good. I think our receiver room is really good this year. We've got a lot of talent in that room, and it ups the competition for us each day to come out here and compete with one another, but also push each other to get better. So I think overall it's been great for us in the room.
So I've seen you working a little bit with the second unit, a little bit with the first unit. Obviously, defensive ends get rotated in a lot here. Does that make any difference to you, or are you just looking to make a difference however you can?
I'm just looking to make a difference however I can to help the team out in whatever way I can. I'm trying to help the younger guys get work as well. So if that means helping the two deep offensive tackles get better, the offensive guards get better, I'm all for it. Throw me in there, rotate me with the threes if you got to.
You guys have quite a few talented guys along that defensive line. You guys have like a nickname for the unit or anything like that?
Oh, we actually call them pass rushers. We just pass rushers. We don't, we go and pass rush. We play every down though, but we go and pass rush.
What do you think of some of these guys like Marshawn, yourself, Ali? A lot of production coming back to that position. What do you think of the position group there?
So man, this is looking like DN University at the moment. We got even incoming freshmen that's way developed more than what they should be. And that's crazy, that's actually going pretty good, and that's good for the unit. That's a good look for us. Marshawn Nealon coming back again off of surgery. Great guy. Put in a ton of work in this offseason, put in on a ton of weight as well, and he's looking real good out there in this showing. Ali Fayed, really don't even need to say much about that guy. His work and himself speaks for, everything he do, everything, his work on the field and off the field. He's a pretty good guy, and he's showing it out here. He's going to have a great season.
Who are some of the freshmen specifically that have been really popping out to you?
So we have Elijah Hawk and Tyson and Josh Noble. Both great guys in the 3-point stance and 2-point stance, and they have good hands and eyes. They good effort, and they can be coachable. That's great. Not a lot of freshmen can do that.
All right. Last year, Corbin Moment moved down to the DN, because of an injury issue. How tough was that for you to kind of watch a unit that was a strength at full strength, but I guess was dinged up so much that you're asking the linebacker to step in there?
I wouldn't say it was tough. It was more of what had to be done, actually. It is what it is. We have to chalk it up, and there's nothing we can do about that. And it was just great that Corbin can come down, not mess him up mentally, and do everything that we asked him to do. That was just great by him. That's a tip to my hat to him.
And Coach Lester mentioned that the defensive ends are really trying to bring Wesley French up to speed at that left tackle position. Can you talk about, what you guys are kind of doing to get him ready, and why you kind of wanted to maybe take him under your wing a little bit?
Okay, so the thing with Wesley French and his offensive stance and everything going into it, we tried to help him see things that he might not see every day, but he'll get that work against us as far as speed off the ball, great get off, great hands, great eyes, and great hand movement. He might not see that everywhere else, but he'll get that from here. In the first game, he'll see that. but he'll be ready for it because he get it all the time. Me, Ali Fayed, we got Marshawn Neely and Andre Carter and the freshmen as well, constantly getting him right, constantly showing him, okay, I can't get reached like this, or I can't block like this, or he'll go under. So yeah.
How's he coming along at the position?
Great. He's developed so much and so quick. He's a great learner and he's coachable and he's a hard worker. I'm sure he's probably all right. This is the first time I haven't seen him out here after the interviews or practice. So, but he's always out here. He's always ready to get work and he's always asking us for more advice to get better. And I would say the most important thing for him and the most improvement I've seen was his stance and just how he pass sets. His pass set is perfect now.
And, have you had a chance to talk to Brandon Honorable at all? I know he's from your high school rival.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the chance to talk to him. He's a great kid, very coachable. He's gonna be a great guy. I don't want to geek his head up too much because he got to come in and keep working, but he'll be out of here in no time.
Sorry, one more for me. You mentioned the strength of the group. How does that, that confidence in your peers help, with your confidence in yourself and how you're able to go out there?
Right. So I wouldn't be able to have the confidence, my peers wouldn't be able to have the confidence in me if I didn't have it in myself. And I wouldn't be able to have confidence in myself, if I didn't believe in myself or we didn't believe in our unit, in which that just comes in and we're the foundation of the defense. So we have to be last to fall, first to fight. We have to be the first guys out there and the last to lead and constantly working. And that's just comes with what we do on the field. And our guys see that, our linebackers see that when we spilling blocks or when we're beating the offensive tackles around the edge or when we're great communicating out there. We get a buck call and we run it to the tee. We don't mess up. We're not out of our gap. That builds trust. That builds our chain that we've been talking about these last couple of months. And it's been that.
Big switch this offseason, moving from receiver to corner. What's that transition been like, and what is your focus on how to learn that position right now?
The transition's been really great to me. I kind of wish I started as a cornerback with how my mindset is, and what I've been working on is just getting the plays, learning the scheme, and that's really about it.
Was that move your idea, Coach Lester's, combination of the two?
It was my idea and Coach Lester's, but I would say I kind of forced the issue, and I stepped up and said I wanted to, and then one day I get a call, and he asked if I'm looking forward to do it, and I said, yeah, I really want to do it. So just went on and made that transition.
And then Coach Lester's been spending a lot of time with corners during this camp, and I think he did with spring as well. What's that attention been like to have that sort of extra focus on your position group?
It's been good. We really got to tone some stuff up. A few years, corner's been kind of iffy, but he's come over. We've been toning up it a lot.
What's been the easiest thing to pick up for you at cornerback from that transition from wide receiver?
Just the routes, alignment. I pick up that really well, and I can really run with the routes pretty well. So I think that is what it is.
What's been one of the toughest things for you to pick up at the new position?
Just learning alignment, honestly. When we have a nub tight end and stuff like that, just bringing it down when we're playing different types of defenses. So.
Has there been any players that have really helped sort of learn the new position?
All of them. I'll say all of them have. All of them.
What's your favorite part about playing the cornerback spot?
You just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You just have to guard your man and just hope for the best. That's what I like. I just like knowing that you don't know the play. The offensive receivers, they know what they're doing. We don't. And I like to try to determine the route for the receiver.
Has that been happening a lot in fall camp, given that you probably know the playbook a little bit? Maybe recognize some things maybe a little more quickly?
Yeah, kind of. Just alignment-wise, I kind of know if it's going to go inside or outside. But other than that, I just strictly try to focus on defense, and I don't worry about what the offense is really running.
And what's it like learning the position when you got to face a quarterback like Kaleb, every day in practice?
Man, I was telling him yesterday, I really realized how good he was when you go against him. You just see he's not going to throw you a pick. You're going to have to earn it. So going against Kaleb is really fun because I see him as the next level quarterback too. So that competition is really great.
You mentioned how hard it is to get turnovers against them. Turnovers have been a big focus from the coaching staff. Do you think having that experience at wide receiver might help make some of those big plays?
Oh, yes, for sure. Just having ball skills and just knowing when to look back, when to go up for the ball, all those things, yeah.
You got a lot of work on special teams last year. Do you anticipate maybe resuming some of those duties with returning?
Yes, sir. Returning and punt, anything, being an assassin, going to hit somebody.